Hey there, English speakers, and welcome to another language breakdown where I take a valuable or useful, interesting song too, but a fun YouTube video, and I bring that to you and I break down the language that they say in the video to help you sound more fluent, to help you with your natural expressions, and to help you understand what they're talking about. And today we're watching a video on sales. Do you do sales? Are you in business with English speaking countries and English speaking people? Do you have to make sales calls? Do you have to do sales interactions? If so, well, I have a great YouTube channel for you. And the man's name is Mark Wayshak. I'll put the link to the original video, of course, down below. But in this video, we're talking about 5, how he calls it, stupid questions that we should never ask as salespeople. So if you meet someone face to face in a sales meeting, if you're selling a product and you have to call on the phone or meet face to face, don't say these 5 things. Now, some of them may have come up in some big business English classes, but that's why I'm doing this, because some of them might be in some business English books, but in reality, they're not effective. Let's take a look at what these 5 expressions are, what these 5 things that you should never say, 5 stupid things that you should never say in sales. Specifically, the title's Never Ask These 5 Stupid Sales Questions. Let's take a look and break down the language.
I've done countless videos on which sales questions you should be asking. But what about
Let's stop there. I've done countless videos. Countless is a good vocabulary word. To do countless something, it means an enormous amount of something, essentially, right? It's like saying a lot, but I've done countless videos. Of course, you can count them, right? But it means a lot.
I've done countless videos on which sales questions you should be asking. But what about the sales questions that you absolutely should not be asking? All salespeople have received the memo that they should be asking sales questions. But
when you receive a memo, did you get the memo? Did you receive the memo? A memo is a short message, usually done within a company, within a company's platform, or literally a piece of paper, slipping it on your desk. A memo is just a short note, a memo.
Salespeople have received the memo that they should be asking sales questions. But there are really a lot of questions out there that are simply stupid. They're actually hurting salespeople in the sales process. As in, prospects hear these questions and then they become turned off. So I've made a list of
to be turned off, let's listen to that again.
Hear these questions and then they become turned off.
Turned off, it means disinterested. Turned away, it means that you don't like something that you're listening to. By the way, this is a video, by the way, from 2017 from Mark. So it's a lot less polished than the videos you would see from him now. If you watch his channel, you'll see now he has a beard and he's much more polished in his presentation. But going back, turned off, turn you off. So it turns your interest away, right? Repel.
So, as in, prospects hear these questions and then they become turned off. So I've made a list of the top 5 worst questions that I hear salespeople using all the time. And this way, you can ensure that you never ask them. In this video, I'm going to show you 5 stupid sales questions that you should never ask. Check it out.
This is a channel, by the way, if you want to look it up. But 5 stupid sales questions you should never ask. If you're asking these, and if I'm asking these, I haven't seen this yet. I want to watch it with you to get kind of reactiony, right? So, five sales questions, stupid sales questions that we should stop asking. Let's check it out.
Number one, how are you? Hey, how are you? Oh my God. This one.
Uh-oh. Question number one, the basic question we all learn in EFL classes. How are you? Let's find some better ways.
Is particularly personal to me because it is so pervasively used as a conversation starter in 95% of selling situations. And what's crazy is that people just say this reflexively, and it's killing them.
Reflexively here, he means like automatically, like instinct, right? You shake hands. How are you? Good. How are you? It's kind of a reflex, as he says. It's kind of just automatic. And I think he's going to why it's bad. Because it's so automatic. Because there's no thought, there's no engagement. That's what I'm guessing. But how are you? Get it away.
And what's crazy is that people just say this reflexively, and it's killing them. The prospect knows that you don't really care how they're doing. It's not even really a question in today's world. It's really just a time filler of space. And given that most salespeople are starting calls, meetings, and even emails with this cliche question, you need to stop.
A cliche question. We've talked about this before. A cliche is, well, I think it's French. If you're a French speaker right now, if you're watching it, then you know. But cliche is something that's overused so much that it has no meaning because it's overused. That's a cliche.
And even emails with this cliche question, you need to stop. Just stop ever asking anyone that question. Even your friends, you'll be better off coming up with something more creative. Ask them anything else or don't ask them at all. Just stop using this question. Now, as a way to start a conversation, instead you could just try starting a conversation with something a little simpler, but a little bit distinct, which is like, did I catch you in the middle of something? This will actually catch them far more off guard and will be more likely to actually get engagement.
Let's practice that. But first, he said, it'll catch them off guard. It'll catch them off guard. When you catch somebody off guard, it's kind of what we call now a pattern interrupt, right? It kind of like snaps them out of a routine, snaps them out of that automatic, how are you? Fine, how are you? Fine, thank you. And you? Right? On an English teaching note, I'm fine, thank you, and you. Get that out of here. Worse than how are you? However Mark feels about how are you, I'm fine, thank you, and you. Stop. That's all. That's your public service announcement.
Catch them far more off guard and will be
to catch them off guard, to surprise them. But this way in a good way.
Did I catch you in the middle of something? This will actually catch them far more off guard and will be more likely to actually get engagement.
To get engagement. So let's practice that question.
A little bit distinct, which is like, did I catch you in the middle of something?
Did I catch you in the middle of something? Did I catch you in the middle of something? Another question you could say is, did I catch you at a bad time? Did I catch you at a bad time?
This will actually, but a little bit distinct, which is like, did I catch you in the middle of something? This will actually catch them far more off guard and will be more likely to actually get engagement. Number 2, can I pick your brain? Hey, George.
I know you've seen this in a business English book. I know. If you've worked out of a business English textbook, I've never worked out of one, but I can almost guarantee this question is in there. Stop it.
Can I set up a call? Number 2, can I pick your brain? Hey, George, can I set up a call so that way I can pick your brain on what you'd be looking to accomplish? Wow, that is the worst. First of all, Nobody wants their brain to be picked. I mean, just like visualize it. But on a serious note,
By the way, to pick, we kind of have the idea like to pick, take something sharp. I don't have anything sharp here. That's probably a good thing. Um, and you kind of pick something, right? You pick, or you pick your nose, right? You pick, and that's the idea with pick.
question, even like visualize it. But on a serious note, any question even similar to this is a complete turnoff to prospects. Even something like, can we set up a call so I can learn more about your challenges, is crap because it shows absolutely zero value.
Is crap. Is una mierda in Spanish, right? It's shit. It's crap. It's no good.
Is crap because it shows absolutely zero value on the salesperson's part. You need to show value. Engage them in a conversation by email, phone, or whatever, and show some value through the quality of your questions and the information that you've provided. Then just set the logical next step to go deeper. Brain picking is a no-no. Number 3, would you be interested if? George, would you be interested if I could show you a way to double your sales?
Ooh, interesting. This is something I may have said. Would you be interested if? A good conditional, right? A good conditional sentence. But here's a present for you. Don't use this conditional. That's a good English. I know conditionals are a nightmare for English students and teachers, really. You know, so leave this one alone.
George, would you be? Number 3, would you be interested if?
Would, like a conditional. Would you be interested if? And then what's next?
Would you be interested if? George, would you be interested if I could show you a way to?
If I could show you, or if I showed you something, if you said that, but forget it.
Double your sales. Of course you would. This stupid question is not only old school salesy, but it's also patronizing. Whatever you fill in the blank there is going to be dumb. Moreover, you're already starting from the wrong place. In a selling situation, you're not trying to get a prospect interested.
By the way, you're starting from the wrong place. You're starting
Over, you're already starting from the wrong place.
By the way, moreover, good connector there. Good connector. And also, you could say, you're starting from the wrong place. You're starting from the wrong place. Practice the pronunciation. You're starting from the wrong place. You're starting at the wrong point.
In a selling situation, you're not trying to get a prospect interested. You're trying to uncover their challenges. Interest is old school. New school, modern day selling is all about identifying the challenges that matter and then solving them.
It's all about. By the way, old school and new school, I think you're probably familiar with that. Old school something is like an old style of doing something. A new school way is the modern way, right? Old school and new school. But
Is old school. New school, modern day selling is all about identifying.
all about the new school is all about plus ing, right? It's all about identifying, all about convincing, all about playing, all about whatever, but all about ing. It's all about, meaning the main idea.
School. New school, modern day selling is all about identifying the challenges that matter and then solving them. Interest-based selling totally focuses on the product that you are selling rather than the actual prospect. So drop it. Instead, ask questions to
Drop it. Drop it. Forget it. Leave it. Stop doing it. Drop it. Drop it. Stop doing it.
So drop it. Instead, ask questions to uncover challenges. Number 4, are you the decision maker? Hey, George, are you the decision maker? Let me ask you something. If I asked you right now, are you the decision maker? What do you want to say? Yes. I've literally just challenged your manhood or womanhood. It's way too direct and will not get you the information you really need.
That's so true. I never thought about that. It challenges your manhood or womanhood, right? Uh, are you the decision maker? Uh, no, I'm not. You're not gonna win friends and influence people that way. This is good. These are good tips.
Yes. I've literally just challenged your manhood or womanhood. It's way too direct and will not get you the information you really need. All you'll actually accomplish by asking that question is either getting false information or actually pissing the prospect off. Instead,
By the way, we're getting with what to do instead of this, but pissing the prospect off. Well done, Mark. I'm pissing the prospect off. If you piss somebody off, have you heard this? You probably have if you watch American TV or movies. To piss somebody off, you're pissing me off. You're making them angry, right? You don't like me when I'm angry. You're pissing them off. You might challenge their manhood or womanhood, but you also might piss them off.
all you'll actually accomplish by asking that question is either getting false information or actually pissing the prospect off. Instead, learn about their decision. It takes a lot of pressure off of them trying to show that they're the boss. So when you dig into their decision-making process, they will inevitably tell you who's involved in their decision, and just importantly, how they actually go about making that decision. This is much more important information.
I really like Mark's takes on these. If you are in sales and you are in really talking with people, talking with prospects, talking with clients, he has very good tips. I love how he focuses on the process, and he talked about it here. He focuses on the process to get to the means, to get to the destination. Like an expression I love, the process, the journey is the destination, right? The process, focus on the process, and the result will take care of itself, right? And that's the same with learning a language. Focus on the process, and that's how I teach. That's what I'm doing here with these. Focus on the process, and the fluency will take care of itself. You focus on these little expressions, focus on doing these things in English, consistently working, consistently getting contact, and the fluency will take care of itself. Same idea here. I love his stuff. Let's listen to tip 5.
Number 5, what can I tell you at this point that would make you want to buy? George, what could I tell you right now that would make you sign on the dotted line? Oh,
Do people look, his face tells it all. Do people actually say this? Oh my God. Um, don't say this. That's all. What could I tell you that would make you buy? Another conditional that you can forget about. So that's a present for you. What can I tell you that would make you want to buy?
George, what could I tell you right now that would make you sign on the dotted line? Oh, I need to take a shower just after saying that.
I have to take a shower just after saying that, just for this demonstration. I felt pretty dirty saying this too. Not dirty as in like it's perverted, but it's just a ridiculous. I can't believe it's actually here that people say that. But don't learn it. It might be in your English business English textbooks. If it is, cross it out or burn it.
It's just dirty. I feel like a creep at a bar.
A creep.
Just cat
A
calling.
creep. A creep is a like a pervert. A creep at a bar is like a perverted, trashy, person that makes you feel uncomfortable. Creep. What a creep. A creep.
It's just dirty. I feel like a creep at a bar just catcalling.
Catcalling, by the way, is, hey, baby. You don't want to be that guy.
This question is so old school, so high pressure, so transparent that I shouldn't even have to explain what's wrong with it. But the biggest problem here is the pressure that it's actually putting on a prospect. You are going to get a shitload of think it overs if you ask questions like this.
A shitload of. A shitload of something means another way to say a lot of. Now, if you want to say another expression that's not as vulgar, not as, that's more acceptable in public, a boatload of, right? Or if you're with friends and they're swearing and it's like the ambience, a shitload of nouns, right? Well, this is a shitload of nouns that we have to study for this exam, or a boatload of.
You are going to get a shitload of think it overs if you ask questions like this. So just stop. Instead, help the prospect uncover challenges, show how your offering will actually solve them, and then set clear next steps. No ninja headlock closes. So there are the
set clear next steps. There you go, right? But that's it for me. If you like this video, if you like the content, then give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And let me know if there are any other videos that you'd like me to do a language breakdown on. I've done TED Talks. I've done this. I've done songs. What do you like better? I've heard that songs might be a little annoying because I keep stopping it. It's up to you. So let me know below, and keep teaching, keep learning. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.